Once upon a time there was a man named Haria who lived in a small town with his wife and 2 children. Kia was hardworking and always tried different businesses to support his family, but somehow nothing ever worked out for him. The reason whatever business Haria started, his clever neighbor Madav would copy him and somehow manage to attract more customers. If Haria started selling vegetables, Mov would start selling them too at a lower price. If Haria opened a tea stall, Mav would open one next to it and make sure his tea tasted better. One day Haria sat outside his small house, looking worried. His wife Seda sat beside him. "What's wrong?" she asked gently. "What else?" Haria sighed. "Whatever business I start, have copies it and takes away all my customers. I don't know what to do anymore." Seda thought for a moment and said, "Why don't you try selling pumpkins? They're easy to grow and no one else is selling them in the market." Encouraged by his wife's suggestion, Haria decided to give it a try. The next day he bought a cart full of fresh sweet pumpkins and set up a small stall in the market. He stood proudly and began calling out, "Come, come, sweet pumpkins for sale. You won't find better pumpkins anywhere else." At first people gathered around Haria's stall. His pumpkins were large and fresh, and customers were impressed. It seemed like Haria's luck was finally turning. He started making good money and returned home that evening with a wide smile on his face. But Haria's happiness didn't last long. The next morning when Haria reached the market, he saw Madav sitting right next to him, selling pumpkins, and not just any pumpkins. Madav was selling them at a cheaper rate. "Come, come, sweet pumpkins for just 20 rupees each," Mav shouted. Slowly Haria's customers started walking toward Madav's stall. Haria's face fell as he watched his business collapse right in front of him. That night Haria sat at home frustrated. "Why does he always have to copy me?" he said angrily. Seda sat down beside him. "Don't worry. Why don't you try selling fish instead? Not everyone knows how to handle fish. It might work this time." Haria, "Fine, I'll try one more time." The next day Haria went to the river, bought fresh hilsa fish and set up a stall in the market. "Fresh hilsa fish only 500 rupees per kilo," he shouted. People gathered around his stall. "Wow, fresh fish at a good price," someone said. Just when Haria thought things were getting better, Madav showed up again. The very next day Mav started selling hilsa fish too at 450 rupees per kilo. "Fresh hilsa fish only 450 rupees per kilo," Mov shouted once again. Haria's customers left him and went to Madav. Haria's face turned red with frustration. That night Haria threw down his towel in anger. "I've had enough. No matter what I do, Mav ruins it." Seda smiled knowingly. "Don't worry, I have a plan, and this time he won't be able to copy you." Curious, Haria leaned forward. "What's the plan?" Seda whispered the idea into his ear. Haria's eyes widened. This could work. The next morning Har hired some construction workers and built a large strong platform above his house. Once the platform was ready, he brought several goats and started raising them on the platform. A few days later Mb's wife noticed that Haria was no longer selling anything in the market. Curious, she visited Haria's house. "Bobby, why isn't Haria coming to the market these days?" she asked. Seda smiled. "Oh, we've started a new business, fish farming." Mv's wife frowned. "Yes, we've built a platform above our house and started raising fish there. The fish are growing fast. Soon we'll sell them and make a lot of money." Mv's wife ran home and told him everything. If Haria can do it, why can't I? Madav said. Proudly the very next day built an even bigger platform above his house and bought more fish than Haria. I'll sell my fish before Haria and make more money. Madav grinned, but then the monsoon arrived. Heavy rain poured down for days. The weight of the platform filled with more water weakened the platform. One night there was a loud crack. Madav woke up to find the platform collapsing. The goats fell through the roof and water started flooding his house. Madav and his wife stood helplessly as the house filled with water and debris. The next day Madav saw Haria standing at his door, smiling. Copying someone isn't as easy as it looks right now. Face the consequences of your own actions. You should not be jealous of others, and all this was planned by my wife. Now do you understand the whole game? Haria then tells him about raising the goats and selling them for 90,000 rupees. So you were raising the goats at such a high cost without even realizing it. That evening Haria sold his goats for 990,000 rupees and returned home with his pockets full. Ca smiled. Finally things worked out. Haria nodded, because this time I didn't copy anyone and no one could copy me. From that day on, Madav learned a valuable lesson. Success comes from originality and hard work, not from copying others. And as for Haria, his business continued to grow because now he knew the secret to success lay in thinking smart, not just working hard. Success comes not from copying others but from originality, hard work and smart thinking. Haria faced repeated failures because Madav kept imitating his business ideas, but when Haria used creativity and strategic thinking, he finally succeeded. The story teaches that blindly copying of others may bring temporary success, but true and lasting success comes from understanding your strengths, doing your own research, and finding unique solutions. Hard work combined with smart thinking is the key to staying ahead.